Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode with McForce. Today, we've got another episode, actually, the fourth episode in a series of where we do bit of a deep dive in GitHub's Copilot capabilities. I've created a project management app and a complete fictional use case. But please go and look at my previous videos where I go into the setup. I create a couple of Apex classes, LWCs with GitHub. And what I'm going to do now is I'm really going to go like right down in the rabbit hole with GitHub's Copilot capabilities. So I've got a quite complex feature that we want to implement through Copilot. So on our project, we would have contractors, and they have a costing, and this costing would then add up to the budget cost. But as the project goes by, um, we need to make project changes, right? Because things change. So we would have to create an opportunity, and on our opportunity, we would have contractor changes. And it's through the contractor changes that we would then update the costs. But we need to really ensure that, number one, we don't go over the budget. And then there's also some automation that needs to be handled to keep a bit of an audit trail when it comes to to make sure that it keeps track of like what changes was made, right? So what I've done was I've created a solution design document. I've given it as much information as I possibly could, and not to say that you shouldn't. My This is actually very good practice. I'm saying it like this is not standard practice. This is actually 100% standard practice, and it just goes to show the more information you put in your solution design, the better your developer is going to be handling this, right? And I mean, yeah. So we're gonna prove a lot of things today, because at the end of the day, our co-pilot is gonna be our developer, and he's gonna be working off this. So let's just go a very high level overview. We want a component on the record opportunity record page to make contractor changes. We want a display of the contractor, the cost, budget percentage, and the budget total. We want to do inline editing. We want to do a validation on save to make sure that the total cost must equal to opportunities amount. We want to automate that when we update cost on our contractor change record to reallocate. We want to make sure that we're able to make multiple record updates when we click save and make the component accessible through the opportunity record page. Right. We've got a couple of user stories and acceptance criteria, and I've got in my Apex controller class here, again, a lot of information. So there's like 8 things that it needs to do: official contractor changes, calculate each contractor change budget percentage, aggregate total. I'm really guiding it on like what type of methods it should make use of. Additional considerations. This is like standard stuff. Really much good practice. Same with Lightning Web Component. What should they see? What it's going to do? Make use of the Apex controller, and also good practice. And then just more and more and more good practice. Like you really hammer this down. No matter how good the AI is, you still need to just really guide it on good practice. One thing I want to show, like in my first video, actually, we showed how to generate a diagram. I'm going to do the reverse. So I've got this diagram here. And what I'm going to do is file, export, JPEG, export, just going to call this diagram. Okay. Then I'm going to go into my Copilot. Let's just attach it. Image. Downloads. Where is it? There you go. Okie dokes. And now I can say, please convert this image to mermaid code. Awesome. And then what we'll do, I'm going to take this code and I'm going to slap it onto my technical flow. This is from my previous test. It's done it. Let me just rather paste without formatting. Here we go. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm going to take this document. So I'll take this document, copy everything, go to my chat, paste, but we want to give it just a bit more guidance. I prepared a prompt. And let's see, I'm a Salesforce Solutions Architect. You are a Salesforce developer. I want you to look into the following solution design document for a requirement that I want you to analyze and then build the necessary components, which is an Apex controller that will handle the backend logic and LWC that will act as the front end component. I also just want to attach my repository. Okay, dokes. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's see. So I've got a controller here. I need to copy the name first. I'm gonna go into my Apex classes, create Apex class, paste the name, enter, copy the code, paste, save. My LWC is the JavaScript file. Just to make sure the name contractor changes. Okay. We're gonna go for LWC, create Lightning Web components, contractor changes. It's good. Okay. Paste and save. Right, let's grab the HTML. Paste, save, and the JavaScript XML. And let's see. Paste and save. Ooh, no, that didn't copy. Copy, save. Let's see here. This looks like a pretty easy fix. Very handy. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's do just deploy my Apex class, and then we can and now I can deploy my LWC. So right click, deploy this to source org. Holding thumbs. Oh, brilliant. Yes. Okay, let's see. Never expected to work first time, but this is what this is for, right? We're going to troubleshoot this together because nothing works first time in the real world. Let's be honest. The fact that it deployed was still very surprising. So I'm happy that I got this far without having to do it. I just actually want to create a new tab, custom, and we will call this contractor changes. Enter, done, and then I'm gonna drag my new components on here. You see it didn't pull the contractors through. I knew something was up. All right, if we go to the page, let's check. All right, if we go to contractor changes, yeah, there's no contractors here. Just refresh. No contractors. Okie dokes. Let's probably start off with our controller class. Let's see. Pum, 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 pum. You know what I'm noticing first thing? Well, where I was expecting there to be a wrapper class. Now, what a wrapper class does, it is basically like a it's basically where it's basically transferring data between the controller and the LWC. There's another thing here. Where project? Yeah, this is not correct. It should be getting it from the opportunity because we're on the opportunity. So this sockle is not working. Probably the biggest reason why it's not getting contractors is because it's supposed to be getting it from the opportunity, not from the project. So right there is what I'm thinking the problem is. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our conversation, and we're gonna say something in the lines of, I think I have found the issues. First of all, don't get the contractors from the project, get them from the opportunity in the controller class. Also, we need a wrapper class in the controller that will what do we call it, transfer the data between the controller and the LWC. Okay, let's check. Okay, yes. I see that might be a problem. Yes, I'm correct. That's cool. Let's hope this works. Okay, so let's check. Is the wrapper class? Okay. Let's see, create current. Also, where opportunity. No, is that it? Let's check. Yeah, where opportunity. Okay, and there's a wrapper. Okay, yeah, I think this will work. I haven't gotten full detail, but that looks good. So let's just update our controller. Obviously, it knows that it needs to be updating LWC as well. Okay, now we can deploy. Let's see. Fantastic. Okay, let's go and grab our LWCs. HTML. Okay. HTML. Paste. Save. JS. Copy. Wrong button. Okay, JS. Come on. Copy. Paste. New conversation. Yeah. Just wants to chat. Save. I can't imagine that we need the XML. So let's paste as or deploy. Fantastic. And let's check. Moment of truth. I'm going to refresh it. Contractor changes. Aha! Look at that. So first of all, I want to test the validation. So if we put him in 3000 and I save, yes, total contractor cost 11,000 not equal to opportunity amount 10,000. So that works. Awesome. But let's say if we take 1,000 away from this, so I say 4,000 here, and I save. Boom! It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Can we change one? So let's say, for example, because that would happen, right? Let's say the budget got deducted and we only have 9,000. So I would have to go in and make rows, give rows only 1,000. Save. Yes, yes, awesome. Let's just check it didn't change type. Did it update the actual contractor record? It did, yes, it did. and Sean Forbes is the only one we didn't update. So let's just make 100% sure. Yes, it works. It works. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so happy. Guys, please let me know what you think. Let me know of the code. I'm not a developer. I know the basics, but please let me know what you guys think. I'd really love your feedback. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.